So yeah, I just saw Big Hero 6. Walking into this movie, I didn't know what to expect because the previews really weren't that revealing. Not at all. And honestly, that's a good thing. I went into this movie because I Marvel hopped. Yeah, I already saw The Hunger Games. I should probably do the Hunger Games review first. And then I just went into this theater afterwards. My brother and sister, I brought them along and they already saw the movie and they wanted to see it again. When it comes to movies made by Disney, Pixar, or DreamWorks, me and my brother and sister, yeah, we get along. We generally have the same opinion about the movies. Disney Animated, this studio who has made Wreck-It Ralph, Frozen, and Tangled, they are on a roll lately. They're showing that tragedy happens, that life happens, and you just gotta deal with it one way or the other. They're showing very convoluted plot lines and stuff, and it's really just invigorating minds. I mean, it's really mind-bending. Some would say that Big Hero 6 is really good, but not as good as the rest. But let me just tell you. If you're one of those scientists that like to build stuff, like with your hands, or if you're an engineer or something like that, trust me, you have a bias in this movie, trust me. The things that this kid named Hero makes, it's just like, wow, and the way he makes them, it's just like, whoa, that's actually possible in real life, and you're just like, why aren't we making that? And they tell you kind of how he made it, and you're like, wait a minute, that does make sense, we could actually make that. And then the number 6, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but that's always a lie. But number 6 means 6 other people, and the things that the 6, well, okay, 5 other people, technically. Okay, 4 other people. Make up your mind. Because in the previews, you obviously see that it's Hero, and there's this big blush toy named Baymax. And let me just tell you, it's just a lovable character. It's just like the Iron Giant or something, or Groot. They need to make more stupid, lovable characters that are just really stupid, but not hating the world or anything. These next images prove it. Now, these 4 other people, the things that they make, it's also very possible to make what this movie fictionalized. You see, Big Hero 6, it's not a new concept. It's actually based off of an old Marvel comic, just like Guardians of the Galaxy. Point is, it's based off of something else, and it still manages to seem fresh and new. Why? You've heard of Man of Steel, you've heard of the Avengers and the Justice League. Yeah, sadly they're making a Justice League movie. You've heard of Batman and the Dark Knight and whatnot. So for those movies, you don't have to establish character. You already know who Batman is and all those other people. So really, the character establishment in Guardians of the Galaxy and in Big Hero 6 is very important and takes up a big chunk of the movie. Because to be honest, have you ever heard of Big Hero 6 before this movie? When it came to the characters were developed in a way that made me actually feel for them. All 6 of the main characters, they were built in a way that made me say, okay, they were really original, you know, they had their own personality. However, none of them were actually realized to their true potential. I mean, sure, it's one thing to develop a character, which they did extremely well, but it's an entirely different one to actually utilize the character development in an interesting way that's like interwoven and stuff. And this is what I can honestly say is missing from the film. I mean, sure, the film was really good and everything that was there was interesting, but I still felt walking out of the theater like I was missing 30 minutes of it or something. What's interesting to note is for the past 3 movies that this studio has made, Tangled was an hour and 40 minutes, Wreck-It Ralph was an hour and 41 minutes, and then Frozen was an hour and 42 minutes, and then this film is an hour, 42 minutes, and some change. So you gotta wonder, is that like the studio's formula to make a certain amount of time, like almost-ish 100 minutes? Now the setting for Big Hero 6 is amazing. It's called San Francisco, literally a blend of 2 cities. Guess which ones? This is literally a blend of the Golden Gate Bridge and a Japanese palace. The animations overall are pretty good. I can't complain, really. Animations are also very colorful, and I like how each character has a different set of colors that are unique to them, which is really good. It works in like pretty much every single movie that has like a team of action heroes. Examples aplenty. Basically what I'm saying with all this is go watch this movie, you will enjoy yourself, and even though the middle act was a little half-assed, I think that everything else, especially the ending, made up for it because it was well above par. Big Hero 6 gets a 6.3 out of 7. Don't be quick to judge my rating system, I will explain it in time. What did you like about this review? What did you not like about this review? Did you agree? Did you watch the movie? Comment below, please, and I will see you next time. So for those movies, when it comes to movies made by Pixar, Disney, or what's the other one? When it comes to movies made by Disney, Pixar, or because the previews weren't that revealing. Make up your mind. Make up your mind. Make up your mind. Make up your mind. What's interesting to note is that the past 3 movies that this studio has made, which is Tangled, Frozen, and Wreck-It Ralph, all of them, like, Tangled was an hour and 40 minutes, Wreck-It Ralph was an hour and shoot. What's interesting is, for the past 3 movies that this studio has made, Tangled was an hour and 40 minutes. Wreck-It Ralph was an hour and 41.